Interesting facts about Titharis sandpipers. Dear friends, in this video, I will explore the interesting facts about Titharis sandpipers. Sandpipers are a large family, Scolopacidae, of waders. They include many species called sandpipers, as well as those called by names such as curlew and snipe. The majority of these species eat small invertebrates picked out of the mud or soil. Different lengths of bills enable different species to feed in the same habitat, particularly on the coast, without direct competition for food. Sandpipers have long bodies and legs, and narrow wings. Most species have a narrow bill, but otherwise the form and length are quite variable. They are small to medium-sized birds, measuring 12 to 66 centimeters in length. The bills are sensitive, allowing the birds to feel the mud and sand as they probe for food. They generally have dull plumage, with cryptic brown, gray, or streaked patterns, although some display brighter colors during the breeding season. Most species nest in open areas, and defend their territories with aerial displays. The nest itself is a simple scrape in the ground, in which the bird typically lays 3 or 4 eggs. The young of most species are precocial. Titharis remain constantly alert against external attacks and make noise as soon as they sense danger. The noise of the red-bellied titmouse is the loudest and most penetrating. The titmouses pounce on the invaders and, especially when close to the nest, they circle around them in excitement. The newborns are camouflaged to protect them from predators. The parents signal the chicks to pretend to be dead when any predator approaches. Other animals like fox also adopt the same technique. The occurrence of the raised-winged titmouse entering the crocodile's open jaws is controversial, but they may have leached from the crocodile's teeth and gums, but they have never been observed entering the crocodile's mouth, and it has rarely been found bent near or inside the jaws of. By screaming, it warns the crocodile about the arrival of the hunter. Due to the disappearance of swamps and open fields, eating of chicks and eggs, hunting and trapping, and pesticides and pollution, the Titharis has become an endangered species. Conservationists are making efforts to save the TD's habitat and highlight the important role of other waterbirds. The most interesting thing about it is that it never sits on a tree. Life cycle of Titharis sandpiper. Many sandpipers form monogamous pairs, but some sandpipers have female-only parental care, some male-only parental care, some sequential polyandry, and other compete for the mate on the lek. Sandpipers lay 3 or 4 eggs into the nest, which is usually a vague depression or scrape in the open ground, scarcely lined with soft vegetation. In species where both parents incubate the eggs, females and males share their incubation duties in various ways both within and between species. In some pairs, parents exchange on the nest in the morning and in the evening so that their incubation rhythm follows a 24-hour day. In others, each sex may sit on the nest continuously for up to 24 hours before it is exchanged by its partner. In species where only a single parent incubates the eggs, during the night the parent sits on the eggs nearly continuously and then during the warmest part of a day leaves the nest for short feeding bouts. Chicks hatch after about 3 weeks of incubation and are able to walk and forage within a few hours of hatching. A single parent or both parents guide and brood the chicks. Female sandpipers typically lay 3 to 4 eggs in their nests. Both the male and female take turns incubating the eggs, which hatch after about 21 to 28 days. Most sandpipers have a lifespan of 4 to 7 years. They face threats from natural predators such as birds of prey, foxes, and mammals. They also need to navigate human-induced disturbances in their habitats. Habitat. Titharis are also found in open and dry flat areas around water and fields, freshwater marshes, marshy shores of lakes, plowed fields, and sandy or gravelly river banks. The yellow-bellied titmouse and the gregarious titmouse prefer dry habitats, while the red-throated titmouse prefers proximity to water and the raised-winged titmouse, or coastal titmouse, lives in moist areas. The bodies and legs of this category of aquatic birds are long and the wings are narrow. Most species have narrow bills, but there is considerable variation in their shape and length. Sandpipers can be found on every continent except Antarctica. They inhabit a wide range of habitats, from Arctic tundra to deserts and tropical forests. There are over 85 different species of sandpipers, each with its own unique characteristics and behaviors. Some well-known species include the semi-palmated sandpiper, the dunlin, and the sanderling. The white-tailed Titharis, breeding in Balochistan, the gregarious and gray-headed tit, and the northern tit from Europe and Central Asia migrate to South Asia for winter migration, while the other tit rats are native to this region. Taxonomists classify the raised-winged titi as a fast runner. Migration. Sandpipers are known for their long-distance migrations. Some species can travel over 15,000 miles during their annual migration, traveling from breeding grounds in the Arctic to wintering grounds in locations as far as South America. Sandpipers have an exceptional sense of direction, using a combination of visual cues, Earth's magnetic field, and the position of the sun and stars to navigate during their long migrations. Food. In search of food, Titharis make short runs, stop, stand straight and then bend down and take the prey in their beaks. Their flight is fast, powerful, straight and precise. Their diet consists of mollusks, insects and other small invertebrates as well as vegetation, consisting of soft mud. Sandpipers use a variety of vocalizations to communicate with each other, including calls for alarm, courtship, and territorial defense. Some species are known for their hauntingly beautiful calls. Some sandpipers engage in cooperative feeding, where individuals work together in small groups to flush out prey from the mud or sand. Sandpipers have intricate plumage patterns that help them blend in with their surroundings. Their feathers provide excellent camouflage, making it easier for them to hide from predators and sneak up on their prey. When threatened, sandpipers rely on several defense mechanisms. These include flying in a zigzag pattern to confuse predators, playing dead to deter attacks, and mobbing together to drive away threats. Sandpipers play a crucial role in coastal ecosystems. Their feeding habits help control the populations of small invertebrates, and their migrations contribute to the spreading of nutrients across different habitats. Friends, I will come up with the next more interesting facts like this. Till then, take care and goodbye.